Hello, welcome to Concepts. In this video, we will cover Ray Oldenburg's theory of third place. This module contains introduction, characteristics of third place, virtual third place, and finally towards a fourth place. So let's begin. The idea of third place as public or social space is not uncommon. It has been there for centuries. It is outside of home, that is known as first place, and also outside of work, that is known as second place. Third place is the public or sociable places. But it did not enter the lexicon as third place until explored by the sociologist Oldenburg in his 1989 book, The Great Good Places. So what are third places? Examples can be churches, cafes, clubs, public libraries, bookstores, parks, and more recently virtual places as Facebook, group chats, etc. For Oldenburg, the physical vicinity was important where people can routinely connect with each other, as in saloons, gyms, and even in fast food centers. Here's this quote from Ray Oldenburg's The Great Good Places, which will help us to understand what we have just learned. Daily life, in order to be relaxed or fulfilling, must find its balance in three realms of experience. What are these three realms? One is domestic, that is the home place. Second is gainful or productive, that is the workplace. And the third is inclusively sociable, offering both the basis of community and celebration of it. So third place is a place of relaxing, a place of comfort. In his book, Oldenburg argues that third places are important for community building, civil society, democracy, and in establishing feelings of a sense of place. Third places nowadays has been high hit in corporate and business studies who now believe that co-working ignite innovation. They therefore have community workplace and also community living room. Oldenburg's theory of third place, as we understand it in details, has many similarities with Jürgen Habermas's idea of public sphere. Also, Robert Putnam in his book Bowling Alone, America's Declining Social Capital, addressed issues related to third place. Let us now move to the 8 important characteristics of third places. First is neutral ground. Now, third places are comfortable places, so there is little to no obligation to be there. People who come down to the area are not tied to the area financially, politically, legally, or by any other means. They are free to come and go as they please, and no one is required to play a host in this place. Second point is leveler or leveling place. Now, third places are inclusive places. They do not exclude anybody. There is no division between the classes. People's economic or social status does not matter. People get together for joy, vivacity, and relief. No prerequisites or requirements that would prevent acceptance or participation in the third place. Now we will come to the next point, that is conversation is the main activity. Third places has one main activity, that is playful and happy conversation. Now, the first two characteristics, neutral ground and leveler, set stage for playful and happy conversation. The tone is always light-hearted and humorous. Wit and good-natured playfulness are highly valued. So as we can see, in third places, conversation is a lively game. Next point is accessibility and accommodation. As Oldenburg in his book has said, third places are those where one may go alone at any time of the day and be sure that she or he will find acquaintances there. So we understand one do not have to go to the third place accompanied, they will find acquaintances there. So it is open and readily accessible to those who occupy them. It is accommodating and occupants feel their needs are fulfilled. Here comes an important characteristic of third place, that is the regulars. In every third place, there is always some persons who come and make the place alive. They are the regulars. They help to give the space its tones and help set the mood and characteristics of the area. They are often called the salt of the third place. Regulars were once a newcomer, and newcomers are welcomed by regulars. Regulars are there to help strangers in a new place. So there is a settling process. Regulars welcome the newcomers, then these newcomers themselves become once regular. They again welcome some other newcomers who by time themselves become regulars. And thus this goes on and on. The next point is a low profile. As a physical structure, third place is typically plain. They are wholesome but fall short for the middle class preference for cleanliness and modernity. Third places are never snobby or pretentious, and they accept individuals from various walks of life. Next point is the mood is playful. As we have already seen in the topic, conversation is the main activity. The tone is playful and happy. It is never marked with tension or hostility. It always have a playful nature where witty conversation and frivolous banters are valued. Next point is a home away from home. Third places are often called second home. It is because the occupants feel the same warmth, possession and belonging as they would in their own homes. They feel a piece of themselves is rooted in the space and gain spiritual regeneration by spending time there. So this rootedness or connectedness is very important in third places. Now let us shift to the next content, that is virtual third places. With the increase of internet industry and online technologies, virtual third places are now observed as in online communities, especially in various multiplayer video games. In these video games, people across the world of various cultures are getting connected to each other. In this game, every player has equal chances. Regulars are present also in the virtual third places who of course enjoy some benefits and have some duties. The regulars in video games are often identifiable through insignia or titles which are often tagged to their names, and they set the standard in-game behavior and check it for the new players. An example of full virtual world in 19+2020 part game part virtual escape Animal Crossing. Here players can cross paths with each other and even visit others' islands, obviously virtual. This is much closer to coffee shops and spontaneous camaraderies that Oldenburg originally envisioned. Third places are often criticized in recent years for their lack of face-to-face phenomena. For Oldenburg, third places are special for their face-to-face phenomena because in real third places, you organically open yourself up to whoever is there. But in social media feeds, real-time proximity is unattainable. In third places, conversation is the main activity, as we have already seen it. But often, in virtual platforms, conversation is a byproduct rather than being a primary activity. So these are the criticisms of virtual third places. Third places leads us towards a fourth place. Morrison in his 2018 work argues that places in the knowledge economy are evolving and giving rise to the existence of a fourth place. In the knowledge economy, rise of new social environment blurring the conventional separation between the first, second and third places. New social environments in the knowledge city can combine elements of first and second as co-living, elements of second and third as co-working, elements of first and third as co-mingling. In this tradition, the combination of first, second and third place implies the emergence of the fourth place. In the time of quarantine, as in present situation, this fourth place can be called quarantine fourth place or fifth place. So we can understand fourth place is leading us towards a fifth place. So this is in short Ray Oldenburg's theory of thought space. You can always compare it with Bhabha's theory of thought space and find similarities with Edward Soya's thought space theory. That's all. Thank you.